So what I'll do is I will get things underway. So the whole point about this Moving Memories Masterclass is um, I use this particular web service that is available to anybody out there. It's available to any photographer, any business that wants to link images and videos together. So whatever product that might be, a hoodie, a print, a wall art, glass, anywhere where you can literally see an image on a product or see an image just generally, you could link a video clip to that particular image. Banners in the USA and California, sports banners, anywhere where you've got, either a child's image, a group image, or individual image. That's the sort of market, the volume photography market, that I think this is really useful for: dance, cheer, that kind of thing. So, without further ado, as you join, if you could just make sure that if you, yeah, everybody's muted. Again, just ask in the comments if you've got any notes. Welcome to everybody. Somebody from Ireland in here, which is superb. So we'll get underway. I'm going to put my screen on to screen share. So I'm going to load my PowerPoint. So it just reminds me what it is I'm going to say and what logical order. So here we are. So, right. So, moving memories masterclass. So yeah, as I say, I run a social media group as well that is there to support volume. Well, mainly focused around the UK, but is to basically support volume schools, nursery, sports, dance, cheer, any of those markets where you photograph a lot of people in a mobile studio. Hopefully, make lots of money or enjoy doing it, if nothing else. Quickly to know about me, I've been in the UK volume photography industry since 1990, working for many, many other companies. It was only 4 years ago that 3.5 years ago, that I actually set up my own business. That reason I set up that business was, you might say, out of revenge. I mean, that sounds a bit weird, but basically, the company that I did work for, I left that company and then I set up my business and was motivated in the fact that I could do things slightly differently. I could offer something different. Anyway, I did my first school for my new business, my own personal business, in November of 2021, and then quickly realized that the industry has the ability to do quite well out of taking photographs and create decent level of earnings. So I really started growing my business and thinking about how I could grow it in 2022. I didn't have any contacts, I didn't have any previous customers. I was literally starting from scratch. Also, ironically, starting from scratch in the same town as the largest school photography company in the UK, who I'd previously worked for. So, to make it really difficult for myself, I'm starting a new business in a place that that company operates out of and is very well known. But knowing me, if you do know me, then I've got a tenacious sales ability. I'm the sort of person that won't, is very driven. That's like it's moving on. And how would I sell to everybody was my amazing personality, or was I literally going to have to go out there and sell things in the same way as everyone else does, talking about price, talking about commission, talking about quality of photography, background choices, poses of it. I mean, basically everybody out there that's selling in the volume industry, whether that's dance, cheers, nursery, sports, when you are trying to win accounts, you've got everybody's the same. I mean, there's the classic Life of Brian sketch where, he leans out the window and says to everybody, "We're all individuals," and they all repeat back to him, "We're all individuals," because at the end of the day, there's not always many things that you can do differently to stand out from your competitors. It might be that your photographs are amazing, or you do photograph in a different way. Those are slightly unique things, but they're quite, they're quite they don't really necessarily, if you like, stand out as such. So when I was starting up my business and I wanted to really do stand out, I thought, well, I'm going to think about how I can do something totally different and take some risks. And if you don't take risks ultimately in a business that you're trying to grow, then you're you're almost certainly going to be the same as everyone else, or you're not going to necessarily grow your business. So big question was, why would people choose me, and how could I win business a little bit more quickly? Because I was a 54-year-old man when I left that particular company, was made redundant, and how was I going to pay the mortgage, and how was I very quickly going to hopefully have an income that meant I could enjoy life again, really. So what crazy idea could we come up with? In 2022, in the spring of that year, I met up with some people, John Horton, Stephen Bartlett, actually at the Societies Convention in London, and they had a product that I've been thinking about many, many years back when I worked with a large company about how I could link to the photograph a video clip that would mean that people would buy that picture, the actual picture. If you think about it, if you do large group photography, whether that's composites or whether that's staged groups or whatever, when you photograph 300 people, there's a good chance you're only going to get a small percentage of those 300 people actually buying a printed photo. So say if you get 300 people, you get 40 orders, maybe 50 orders. Okay, 50 may be generous to be fair. How do you get the other 250 people or 450 people, however many people in the group, to buy the picture? Because you've only got a small percentage buying it. So one of the things I was talking about and thinking about in 2016, 2017 was how you could link a video to that image and make that people want to buy that print. So I tried a few things with that company, it never really got anywhere. But when I started my own company, I met these guys and I realized that these products already exist. You know, there are companies out there that provide augmented reality services. So they very kindly, I said to them, if I was to use this in my operation, I would need a web service that makes it easy for me, a workflow. So, I wanted to be able to offer it and keep a simple life. That's really what I wanted. So, um, and they were great to be fair because they said, you tell me what you want, we'll put a web service together and then you'll be able to use it in the way you do. So they did. So I literally am able to upload a video, upload an image, link the two things together, and give a QR code to the end client. That is all I give. Okay, I don't put it on the print. I don't do anything other than email it to the client, say, thank you very much for your order. This QR code will literally bring your print that you've ordered or your product that you've ordered to life. So anyway, so the reason augmented reality and VR is another buzzword is there's so many statistics about how much money you can make and the increase in, I won't read any of this, but the data for getting, as some of the Americans are now calling, mixed reality into your business is incredible. There are large numbers, I'm sure I'm not necessarily going to achieve all those numbers, but those numbers are all about, you know, it's growth. It's a growth area. It's an interested area. There's a lot of younger people today, our customers that are changing. The TikTok generation, watching that 10-second clips, you can't get people off their phone. It's very much, um, it's very much all about moving images, videos, and CapCut and little Instagram videos and things like that. So these young people are our future. These young people are also people that are now working in schools, running dance academies, running all of these things. They know how to use QR codes. They know how to use mobile phones, and the good old fashioned, which still has a place out there, of photographs that are printed. All it's doing is enhancing that and making it more appealing to the future generations, in my opinion. So again, if you've got any questions as I go through, please make sure that you enter them into the chat rather than having the audio on. I'll try and read out your questions if you have any, and I'll try to answer them as I go. Okay. So, right. So, yeah, again, in simple terms, moving memories or mixed reality or augmented reality in the volume photography sector is all about the simple thing, linking a video clip or a reel, whatever you have that's a moving, even GIFs, things like that, linking that to printed photos, wall art. Even this hoodie, as I've shown before when I wear it, this hoodie is a moving memory. So we have a tag on the arm, and we've linked the tag to a video, which I'll try and show you while we're on the line, if you can see that. So basically, that plays a video of the children, and the concept here is that we'll be able to sell Lever's hoodies to primary age kids, and we can give them a video then that links to their hoodie, and so the whole year group, if you like, have something really memorable linked to their hoodie for years to come. So if you haven't, I'm sure most of you are online here have seen lots of the videos I put up, but basically all of the prints well, a lot of the prints I provide have got video clips that a link to the photograph. So when you hold your phone over the print, it plays the appropriate video that's linked to the image. Okay, so yeah, so it's only limited really by your imagination, to be honest. Only limited by, you know, what you believe you can use it for. I mean, I found a niche for me, which I'll go on to explain what it is, and you could find the same niche. You could use it exactly the same way. You can use it in different ways. If you're a studio photographer, you can use it to upsell to your biggest package of wall art. Imagine being able to show somebody in your studio that's looking to buy, here's a product. If you have this and spend an extra £50, we give you a video. You give us a video, we'll link it to that particular product. So, you know, there's it's only limited to what you feel you could use it. So, you know, you need to ask yourself, how could you use it? You also maybe need to say, maybe I can use it in the same way that I'm using it, perhaps. So it, as I said before, it's a web service to link photos to video clips. That's in simple form. That's all it is. It's available worldwide. It's available to anybody who needs and wants to use it. So in June 2022, going back to my story of growth, I suppose, of growing my business from one school in the autumn of 21. And then June 2022, we actually started doing the first lot of moving memories for levers in Cornwall, down here in Cornwall. So I didn't want to go too big when I started. I just literally wanted to test it out, test out the workflow that the team had created for me, the web service, and make sure that I could take the photos, get the videos taken on the day as well, get the orders in, and I sell photographs in the normal way. I haven't changed the way I would sell those pictures. I'm still using Got Photo for the service for web shop and selling. When the orders came in, I wanted to be able to then send off for a QR code that I then email to the client. And that is as simple as the service is. So yeah, so in June 2022, we did our first school, and basically shot individuals, and we did a video clip of each of them. And we do a lot of pre-marketing to the schools. So we send video clips that say, here's a lesson plan that you can use in school, in class, to get the kids to write out what the name is, how old they are, you know, what their ambitions are, what things they've enjoyed at school. So, you know, it's a little story about themselves. Now, that story is only available to the parent if they buy the picture. That video clip doesn't get used otherwise. So, and we don't actually process that video unless an order comes in for photographs in the normal way that we sell them now. So that's the beauty kind of this. You're not, it's not costing you any money until you've got money in. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't cost you anything unless you sell photographs, which is ideally what we're here for. So there's two things you need if you as a parent and you want to have moving memories. You need to order a photo, so you need a printed photo, and you need a QR code, which I will send you if you place an order. So if you have a QR code and you don't have a photograph, you can't play the video. The video isn't linked to anything other than the actual product or printed photo itself. So a parent would need to buy, in order for a QR code they might already have, or so another parent has given them to work. They need a print for themselves. So that's the sort of beauty of this, really. So from that first school, there was a young boy called Caleb who I was really pleased to have as our very, very first sample that I then used to go and talk to other schools with. Now, if you're looking at the screen now and you can see a QR code and you can see Caleb, in simple terms, if you've not already done this before, if you do it now, scan the QR code and then hold your phone over Caleb. Caleb literally comes to life. That's, you're doing what a parent would do when they receive their photographs at home and they get the QR code. They'd be able to do the same thing as you're doing now. You can do this right now. All it does is what you scan it once, and then every time after that, you hold your phone over Caleb, he will come to life. If anybody could in the comments let me know that they've done it, or at least say yes, it's working or whatever. I'm pretty sure last time I did this, it worked fine. But as I everyone's got the mic switched off and the video switched off, if anybody could just type in it's all good, that it works, that would be helpful to me, to be fair. Hopefully you're all, somebody is able to just confirm that. Pretty sure. Uh, good, working for you. Yep, good. Okay, so we have everybody making that work. So that QR code That's a question, Roy, not for you. Sorry about that. It does work. It's working for everyone else. It does, if you'd use it the first time, it does open up the App Store to download the app that works with this. Once you've opened up the App Store and downloaded the app, you don't need to do that again, and it will always work going forward. So if anybody hasn't made that work, apologies for that. We can always sort that out later. Um, you know, I rarely have I come across a situation where someone can't get it to work. So whatever's happening there, I can help you out with that. It shouldn't be a problem. And out of all of the clients I've got out there, we rarely get issues at all. Okay, so that's Caleb. That was my first sample. He lives in Truro. It was easy then for me to go around to my other schools and say, "Have you seen this sample? This is something we do that we offer to leavers in primary schools." So that's the target market for me. We have the autumn term where we have our normal portraits in the normal way, where we can take, we're really busy making money, doing things in the normal way. We haven't changed that. All we're doing is taking a time of year that's traditionally quieter and traditionally where we're just doing class photographs and we're adding in leavers individual photos. And also, as I'll show you shortly, we're doing a leavers group. And last year, we also added something else that we started doing. So on this page, if you scan the last page, on this page, if you scan that QR code, hopefully you can see that QR code wherever you are. I'm just moving that out of the way in case that's in the way. You should be able to scan that QR code. Now, the good thing about this QR code is all four of those images will play once you have scanned that QR code. All four of those images. Again, if anybody wouldn't mind typing in the chat just to say, yes, that's all good. I'm getting that to work. It should work. That QR code will bring our little graduate to life there on the left. Gabe, I think it is on the right-hand side. He's a leaver from a school down here in Cornwall. And then the two other photos at the bottom, the one on the right is great. I'm glad it's working again. The one on the right, that is a year six leavers photo. And what we do with the year six leave photos in the class when we do class photographs is, again, we give them some pre-marketing. So we show them what we're going to do on the photo day. If we do a really lovely picture on the photo day and the kids are well behaved, they get to do the video at the end. So we switch the camera over to video and we just say, right, okay, after three, one, two, three, come towards the camera. They come towards the camera. And as you can see, if you're looking at it now, is they all do their own thing, whether that's a dab or a thumbs up or or whatever to the screen. It's sort of like a goodbye, a wave at the camera kind of type thing. So they all filter past the camera, and then right at the very end, we get the teacher. I can hear some of you playing it now. That's great. The teacher at the end, he then says a few words. We get him to say a few words, say something nice about the group. Then that is an incredible memory that that parent will have linked to that photograph. Now, that parent can only have that video if they have that print. So if you look at that print on the right-hand side at the bottom with 20, I think it's 24 people or 24 children in it, we sold 26 photographs. Now, normally when you do a class picture, you get 8 out of 24 that will buy, 10 out of 24, if you're lucky, 12 out of 24. But to start to get more people, more purchases than there are people in the photograph, we've hit the right spot. And that's what we're doing. When we do this, that's what happens. We tell the school, there's a QR code here. If you've got the print, you scan it and the image comes to life. If you haven't got the print, you need to order the print. If you've got the print and you need the QR code, we can just email that. It's the same QR code that each parent would need for their own particular picture. So that's the sort of beauty of it. So the image on the left at the bottom, we started doing that last year because we were there on class photo day doing the class photo of the leavers and classes often of the other years. We wanted to make it special for the leavers, but we also want to make it special for the reception class. So we started doing the reception class. So what we do with those is I email, again, information or web links. Quite often it's my YouTube link. If you go to YouTube, Hatchbox Photography, I've got lots of these videos posted in there. We send it to the school and it says, dear teacher, please speak to your students and come up with a 10-second sing-song with your children, whatever song you choose to sing, practice it. And then when we take the photograph, if they're well behaved and we do a really good photo, we're going to do a video at the end and we'll link that video to the photo. So the same thing happens. You end up with 25 children in the photo. Your sales are almost at 100% and sometimes even more than that. Whereas if you'd normally do that picture, you're just looking at half, sometimes less than half of the children's parents in the photograph actually buying the picture. So we're trying to create a reason to buy the pictures here. And that's that's how it works. So again, every time we get an order, and if it's a parent that has had moving memories, they will just get a QR code that's relevant to the image that they have ordered. Okay, so hopefully everybody's managed to get that to work and understand that. So again, just what I said, here's a marketing clip that I send to the school ahead of photo day for one of the sections that we do. Let's see what it says. Hopefully, can everybody hear me? Alistair saying he can't hear it, but if you can't hear it, apologies for that. Can somebody confirm if they can hear it? Just trying to work out if it's Alistair's. I have no sound reading. Oh, okay. I wonder if it's me. No audio. Okay. Apologies for that. Right. Let's see if you can hear it now. Sorry about that. Can you hear it now? Apologies if you can't hear the video, then I will send the links out to the YouTube for you to be able to see them. But it basically it's an explanation video. All the words you see are being spoken out to tell the the teacher how they can get the kids to practice within school, basically. Sorry about the audio. I'm not sure why the video is not playing the audio here. So you get the idea. It's all yeah. So again, that in summer 2023, we asked every one of our schools to have moving memories. We had about 30 schools in that particular year. And again, it's we created it as an event. So when we're doing class photographs, we're also doing moving memories, and it's just trying to make some of the summer session more of an well, I say more of an event. You've got the autumn term stuff, which is quite normal, and then you're going back in the summer to do this really. So there's the example of the year six leavers. I just email it to the secretary, the information about the video, any information about a lesson plan. It just gets sent to the secretary to say, please share this with the year six teacher or the reception teacher. And then sometimes they do, you know what schools are like, sometimes they don't. I have had situations where I've gone to collect the children for the class photo and walked into the class and they're playing the YouTube video up on the wall. Perfect marketing. So I do send the links. Not every school allows YouTube, not every school uses YouTube, but where they do and they have a look at the video, it's really informative and really helps them understand what's going to happen on photo day. And if the teachers understand, they can relay that to the children as well. So again, this is in this case here, I went back and had a look. So 21 copies. And if you didn't already scan these videos, this is what you'd see the children just choosing an option of things that they can do. The video clip we send to them ahead of this gives them some poses that they can try and things that they can try. So sometimes they come to this particular session with an idea already of what they're going to do when they wave at the camera. So obviously you have to be a bit careful about what you do and that you do say to the children before they start anything that is not appropriate will be cut out of the video. And I have done that with only one school. I cut one child out because what they did when they walked to the front. But if most of the time if you say this is not acceptable, that if there is anything that's not acceptable, you get kids that are relatively well behaved. So, and again, this video is only going to be linked ever to the photograph itself. It's not going anywhere online. It's only going to be for the parents that are by this particular picture and the school itself. Okay, so, and again, as I said at the very end of the video, we ask the teacher to say something nice about the children, and then that's another lovely thing for the parents. So, again, you may not be able to hear this marketing clip, but this is another marketing clip about groups that I send out to schools. You can read it if you can't hear it. So you can see it's a bit of fun, just showing the kids that there are things that, the things that we like that are acceptable, giving them all an idea of something they might want to choose to do when they come to the front. So it just helps with it just helps the process, if you have to explain this before you do the video, it can be a bit difficult, and not everybody gets it. But if this video gets shown, it just means um, they come to you with an idea. So again, you're just giving them things that are acceptable, and that are fun, and you're getting all sorts of personalities in these 11-year-olds that will choose one of these kind of things, girls, boys, whatever. So there you go. So yeah, that's been something that's been incredibly useful and just made everything very simple for us to do. And then there you go. Okay, right. So again, then these are marketing videos that I put together, and every year we go now, every summer we go now. Those videos are now ready for that to be done. Will a watermark stop the video from playing if they have been shared a QR code without purchasing? Yeah, I mean, I, I think Olivia, that's a good question. And I think you'll find it's a bit like will people doing screenshots on when you're ordering online and not paying for the photograph. People are going to do that. That will happen. But ultimately, if they've got a photograph on their wall, it's got a watermark on it, because they've stolen it, printed it from the screen or whatever, it may work. It almost certainly will work. The QR code will pick up that picture. The system, the augmented reality moving memory stuff is so good, it probably will pick it up, even if there's a watermark across it. But that doesn't sort of bother me. And again, at the end of the day, someone's not going to buy the photo, they're not going to buy the photo. But this does really it's more of a pull to get people to actually buy the picture, because you people are going to do it. People will do it, and if they do it, you can't really stop that. Have I had issues with parents who don't like others having the video of their child in? There seems to be more and more GDPR cases. That's a very good question, Claudia. GDPR. Now, again, every time I email my school ahead of the photograph session, I say, please let us know if there's any children who can't be seen. We will be taking a video, and it will only be available to those who buy the picture. So any children and parents that are in that class. So I make that point ahead of the session. I say on the photo day, we do need to know if there's anybody who can't be seen. And we have had it many times where one child stands behind the camera and just helps them do the video, helps the kids. And we just say, oh, Susan's going to stand here and help us while we do the video. Because it's the same as taking a group photo. If a child can't be seen, a child can't be seen, and you get told by the school. So you're doing the same thing with the video. If they can't be seen, they're not going to be in that video either. So that's why if you email it up front, you sometimes find that the parents go, oh yeah, they can because it's a special leavers one or whatever. So I send links to the school to show them examples of this, so the kids and their information video that I send out, so they can, they some of the parents might think, oh, I don't want them to miss out on it, but we've had hardly any. We have a few that have not been in the videos, and the school have told us that, and that's fine. But I think it's the same as taking individual pictures. As soon as you know there's a child that can't be involved, they just don't get involved. You just don't put them into that situation. So, but yeah. So, in answer to the last two questions, a watermark over the video, it will probably still play. And if somebody is determined not to buy it, they won't buy it. It's the same as anything else. But the whole point of this is get yourself a printed copy of the photo, because that is where it's most effective. And certainly the sales so far reflected that. People do buy, and most of the time we're getting 100% when we've done moving memories. So anyway, we asked every one of our schools to have moving memories. This is what happened this last year. All of our schools had moving memories, and they had the reception group photographs as well. So in the summer, so that was great, because now we've created this reception. Is a special year because they've been at the school for a year. Leaves are about to go, so they're all very excited, and the parents are too. So there's two really good reasons to do the videos for those 2 years. I don't really want to do it for every year because it'll become a little bit boring. Oh, we're having that again, we're having that again, we're having that again. But if you actually say, right, when we do classes, we can do classes for everybody, but these 2 years are going to get something slightly special. That's the reasoning behind it. If you haven't already seen the reception group video, this is literally it. And I'm sorry again if there you go, 23 out of that particular one sold. We If the sound's not coming up, but they're basically singing. and they're doing some actions. Again, the teacher was asked if they can practice the kids some movement, practice some things. I mean, sometimes we've had children doing all sorts of different movements that they've practiced um, with their teacher, and again, singing. I mean, sometimes the singing's pretty awful, and sometimes the singing is. Not to be desired, but that's the whole point of it. It's spontaneous. It's about seeing their child in school, and the reason to buy the photograph is you want to see that video. You literally do. So, there's a marketing clip that I send out for the reception class. So again, this is another link I put in to send to the reception to the school office to share with the reception teacher. Same sort of thing. There you go. So there's another crazy man again appearing in that. So I this video again is more for parents, so as parents can see how practical it is and what they get when they buy the pictures and imagine having it up on their wall. And again, it's a very visual thing. It's very difficult to describe this. That's why you have to see it. So a lot of the YouTube videos I put together are literally things that I've done myself to show, if I had these prints hanging on my wall, that's how they work. Literally, you hold your phone over those prints. You've got a QR code that's come from when you ordered it, and these videos play. And it is literally a moving memory coming from a print. And again, it doesn't have to be print. It can be hoodies, as I've said. It can be a t-shirt. It could be wall art banners, as I said. In the US, they're doing for sports. Question from Pat: how long does the video stay online for? Well, as long as moving memories are in business, 60 years is what we've been told. So that'll be the data will be available for 60 years. Now, what happens when someone uses the QR code is the video gets stored on their phone. So every time it recognizes the image, it plays the video. So the actual storage is connected to the phone. The QR code, if you changed your phone at that time or lost it and had a new phone and wanted to do it again, you just need the QR code again to scan to then go back to the photo. So, is the video taken from the same device that we use for the photographs, Shannon? Yes, we do that. It keeps it simple for me. So, in my opinion, it's a sequential thing. When you take photographs, they're numbered. So if you take the photograph, switch it to video the children, you've then got that that is the video linked to that photo. That's the only thing you want to be careful of, is because when you're uploading an image, you want to upload the video that's relevant to it. Most of the time they look the same, so that's always pretty good. But if you've got sequential numbers, you're making 100% sure. I mean, when for instance we do a lot of children, sometimes you get an order in and you want to make sure that the image that you're uploading is the same as the video, but kids can look quite similar, so the sequential numbering just makes that more accurate. And again, using the video, most cameras have got video capability. You could, and I don't tell you how to do this. This is just how I do it. You could use a mobile device and a camera, shoot in the normal way, and use the mobile device to capture the video. It's really up to you, but I find using the camera just makes a lot more sense. Okay, so to provide moving memories to the paying customer, video clips that we have taken are kept. Um, Video clips we've taken, we keep the image, the videos that we've taken, and we only upload them if we get an order. So that's the beauty of this, really. As you photograph 60 children, they're all leaving the school. We've already done them in the autumn for normal portraits. We've taken them as for their moving memories, if you like, photos. Um, if out of those 60 images, 50 order or whatever, the 10 that don't order, we don't process those videos. They're held as you would hold the images in the normal way. You'd only send those videos and images off to get a QR code if the parent decides to buy. The good thing about that is I can contact my potential buyers and I can say, we've still got moving memories videos for your child. It's only available if you buy the pictures. Otherwise, we're going to destroy the media. Again, I'm not from a tactical point of view, saying to somebody, we have a video of your child that was taken at the time for the levers, and we're going to delete it. If you decide you don't want it, that's fine. It's quite a pull for parents to find some money to actually buy the photos. So, it's not necessarily, yeah, I mean, we all have our kids generally, and you'd find the money sometimes to be able to do that. So, that it is a good system in terms of a business. You're not committing to ordering QR codes. All you're doing is ordering when you've got some money in, you're processing an image at that particular time. So I process the orders by selling photographs in the normal way. So when I go in September and we're doing individual pictures and groups and stuff and family photos, goes through Got Photo, people buy, goes to checkout, automated processes, batch orders, home delivery, all of that's happening in an automated way. I do the same thing for moving memories. So when I come for the summer, you buy your photos in the normal way. You're buying a printed image. All, all I say on the upfront of the Got Photo website is, please note, if your child is in year six, your child is in reception, we did moving memories. When you buy the photograph, you will be sent a QR code that will literally bring the photo to life. So the work is done within the web shop to encourage people to place the order. When the order comes in, everybody who's placed an order for that particular image, and bearing in mind many times, those orders are batched together. So you've got a block of people that have ordered. I just email all those parents a QR code saying, here's a QR code for your photo. When it arrives, scan the QR code, hold it over the photo. The buzz when those pictures arrive with parents talking to each other is infectious and creates more orders, of course. So um, it in my opinion, processing the order is easy. Add a marketing message into your web shop to say moving memories is available for reception for year six. The order comes in with under the criteria. I mean, if you're doing individuals, you could put a threshold, say spend over £35, because each individual child has an individual video, which costs money for you to get a QR code for. So you could say spend £35, we'll get you a QR code. You could just say buy an individual and a group, and we'll give you a QR code, because you're only buying one QR code for a group with 30 people in or whatever it is, whereas with an individual child, you're buying one QR code for one child. So you're actually making a lot more money doing groups only, where you've got one QR code that every parent can have, but they still need a print from it, if you know what I mean. I think hopefully you all understand that. But anyway, as I say, the process is simple for me. We take the video at the time, we take the photograph. When they order in the web shop in the normal way that they order photographs from me, I will either email them a QR code, and that's it. Job is done. It's wrapped up. When we're doing class photographs, it's one QR code for the whole class. Individual, as I said already, individual photos, you need a QR code for each individual child. Now, let me just answer some of the questions that have popped up there. So is the video taken from the same device? Yeah, we've done that. Does the app allow screen recording? Yes, in the app there is a screen recording option, and the good thing about that is it's for social media sharing. So you can often share it and show it to your, parents will WhatsApp it to someone else, put it online, whatever. That can happen. It does mean, well, yeah, I mean, they've bought the photograph. If they've got the QR code and they've got the print and they've scanned it, they've got the picture, it's on their device. So yeah, the app allows screen sharing. How do they know what the video is like? Do you do a preview of it at all? No, they don't know what it's like, I suppose, is the question. What we do when we take the photograph is we often say to the children, don't forget, this video will be available if you buy the picture, if your parents buy the picture, people at home buy the picture. So you're kind of marketing to the children, and there's no better marketeers for you than the children themselves who are excited about something that's happened. So you'd like to think, and it does happen, that the year six kids go home and say, yeah, we did video today, and if we buy those pictures, we'll be able to see the video. I have had parents say to me, I want to see the video before I buy the picture, and I said, well, it doesn't work like that. I've had that said a few times. I said, we don't do that. The video is exclusively available with the photograph. If you want a picture, you can have the picture, and then you'll be able to see the video. So that's kind of the premise we've gone with, like that. How do they know what the video is like, and do they preview it? So we don't do preview. One thing I do, and I don't know whether it's on my slides here, I need to remind me, is I will create a YouTube private link for the school. So on the leavers photo day, on the leavers assembly day, not photo day, sorry, the assembly day when they get all the parents in, I send them that video clip link so they can play it to the parents. And when the parents say, I've not seen that video before, we say, well, that's the video that's linked to the photographs. If you've got a photograph, you should be able to see that video. Then if they've already bought, then and they haven't seen the QR code, it just gets sent to them. If they haven't bought, then they hopefully go online and buy a print, and your whole process starts again. So that's the concept there. And that's what's been good about that is some people say, "Oh, are you doing a compilation for us again to put in to have available for the Leavers Assembly?" So you're sort of doing a job, a free job, if you like, for the year 6 teacher to be able to show at the assembly towards the end of school. So that's quite a nice thing as well. How do parents scan the QR code on their phone if it's sent to them email to their phone? Now, this is a really good question. How do they? Well, ironically, what they probably have to do, and to be honest with you, I thought about, oh, maybe I should there's got to be a different way to send the QR code. Well, I haven't had any complaints because people find a way. What normally happens is they'll WhatsApp it to their family and screenshot the QR code or scan the QR code when they WhatsApp to the parents. The good thing about that is they're sort of sharing it amongst their family. I mean, whenever I need to read a QR code, I send it to my wife to scan it off her phone, and vice versa. So you always find a way, and people today are really clever and good at using QR codes. What you do have to remember is is that well, people use laptops as well. So if it's on your laptop, you can scan straight off your phone. You can pick it up that way. And again, it's never occurred to me that I need to change just emailing it because I've never had a complaint. All I've ever had is, oh my God, isn't it amazing? It is incredible. It made me cry. It's the tears in my eyes and stuff like that. So, but yeah, delivering the QR code, when I was talking about doing it, people were saying, "Oh, put it on the print, put it on the back." It's like these are extra complications that you don't need. If you email the client and say, "This is a QR code. If you scan it, your photograph will come to life." How they do that, you kind of leave it up to them and hope that, if they, I mean, I've had people emailing me who say, "Oh, I've got a phone from 1972 and it doesn't have a video camera." So, well, it doesn't work on cameras like that, unfortunately. You need to find a young person who's got a phone and they'll show you how it works. So, you won't cope with every situation, but you can certainly try. So that's how a parent scan the QR code on their phone. If it's sent to email and they open it on their phone, then unfortunately they'll have to sort that out. Surely, in most people's minds, the print is ultimately most important. It's the case that all kids in the group have the connected clip enables. Just curious, for only child of a parent who purchased it, the enabled clip. I'm just trying to understand that, Pat. Sorry. So, in most people's minds, the print is ultimately most important. Is it the case all kids in the group photo have the connected clip enabled? Just curious. I'm not quite sure what that question means, but all I know is that yeah, you have one photograph, you have one video. The QR code plays that video for that image, and it doesn't matter who the child is in that group. You will have the same video connected to that particular photo. So, if you don't have the print, you don't see the video. If you have the print, you get the QR code and you're able to play it. So, that's kind of the beauty of it, the way that I can see it. So, is Got Photo the only program this works with? No, it's nothing to do with Got Photo. Got Photo is the service that I use to sell my photographs. I just happen to use Got Photo. If you're in America, I don't know, Photo Day or Capture or whatever, I presume on their web shop, when you go to order, there's usually a marketing area where you can put text in there. And that's where I would put the text to say, please note, when you buy these photographs, if you're in year 6 or whatever, you put the criteria in this text box. I often copy and paste a lot of these things in. They're always the same. And it just says, when you place your order, provided you've spent or whatever, or bought or whatever, the criteria is that you set, we'll email you a QR code and that will bring the images to life. Okay, so that's how you deal with that. So it works with any system that you are selling photographs with. As long as you're collecting an email to send a QR code to, you should be able to do the same thing. So many events are considered old news after 72 hours, and sales massively diminish after a way to create some sense of urgency to push sales. Uh, again, yeah, lots and lots of things that happen out there. After a short period of time, people sort of forget about it. I get that, but what you're doing here is you're creating your printed image is becoming something that's unique. And again, how you sell this and in what way you sell it. If I think about dance photographer, dance and cheer, I mean, cheer has got movement in it. Cheer has got, people jumping in the air, and dance has got people doing ballet, whatever kind of type of things. These are all movements that you can connect to a photograph. So you can still buy the picture, but the picture has more value because that picture will come to life. So it depends what you'll want to use it for. I mean, I've only set up a small school photography company 3 years ago. I don't do dance, I don't do sports particularly, but if I did do, I'd be looking at how I could implement this to get noticed, to get more accounts, to get more money, to increase participation, to upsell. So how you'd use it is also up to you, really. So you email all the parents individually with their QR codes after sale. Yes, I do, Alistair. Every time an order comes in, that order, if it's groups, is easy because you've already got the QR code. So we just fire that QR code straight off and say, here's the QR code for the group you've ordered. If it's an individual one, obviously you've got to get the QR code. So you have to process it through the web shop. You get the QR code back, and then you all you do is forward that on to your client with the same message as you would do normally. Do you have a video that shows the process from beginning to end? I'm interested in seeing your computer work. Yeah, I could show you that. Again, there is a video in my YouTube called Hatchbox Photography. If you look at Hatchbox Photography Limited, there are videos in there. Moving memories, how to order a QR code. That's literally all it is. I mean, and in terms of on photo day, it isn't complicated. When you take pictures now for photographs of classes, particularly, you're not doing anything other than at the end switching it to video and doing a video in the same position. So it's not a complicated process. You then have that video. You sell your photographs in the way you would normally sell them. When you get your orders in, you send that video up to the web service. You send the image that's related to up to the web service. You press order, you get a QR code back, you send that to your client. That is the circle of life for moving memories as I use it. Because, like I said at the beginning, when I wanted to use the web service or when I wanted to use augmented reality, I needed a workflow that was very simple. And for me, this is very simple. You get you video the client at the time. I mean, I would lovely not to be able to do the video and then just get the client to send you something that you use. I mean, who knows in the future that could be the way it is. But right now, photograph the child, get a video of the child or the group of the child, the group, whatever. When the order comes in, upload image, upload video that's related to it, get QR code back, send QR code to client, done. Okay. And that is what it is. I don't get questions about, oh, I can't get it to work because it generally works every time. I know that Roy mentioned earlier he couldn't get it to work, so we'll have to find out what that was. But everybody else, I believe, that's in the Zoom has managed to be able to use that. So okay, so going on to the next question. If anybody else has any questions, please just fire them into the thing. I'll try and answer them as I go along. Do you shoot the video yourself? Your schools did it for you. Well, I always shoot the video myself. This question from Claudia, but I'm lazy and I'd love it if we could get the videos from schools. I did have one school where we didn't do the video at the end, and then I emailed the client afterwards and said, look, we didn't take a video at the end. There was a reason for it. I can't remember what that reason actually was. And I said to the client, can you create a video and email it to me? So, or send it to me on Dropbox, whatever. So we asked the school to do a video. They never actually ever got round to it. But I kept saying, please just send me a video. We'll link it to that photo and then you'll give it the QR code to the parents. I don't think they ever got round to it in the end at all. So that was a bit of a shame, but it didn't stop us. And I think that's the problem if you start to get the schools to do it for you rather than you do it is, they're busy places, they may forget, it may not happen. And in that case, that was the case. They didn't do it, they weren't able to do it, but the other class in that school had it done. So you've got one class that had got photographs and orders placed with a video link to it, and one class with orders placed but no video link to it because the school never got round to dealing with it really. But anyway, next question was from Pat. Have you seen use this at weddings for guests that leave messages for bride. Honestly, you can use this for anything. I've had conversations again when I was in America last week. We were talking at SPAC, and we've got save the day cards, congratulations cards. Thank you for coming to our wedding cards. You can do this on anything. Again, all you're looking at, if it's a card with an image on it. I mean, I had a Christmas card done for my children at the time. One was living in Japan, one was living in Thailand. Christmas card sent to those guys in those countries. And then I emailed them a QR code on the photo day. I said, scan this QR code and hold it over the front of the card. Hold it over the front of the card. And then the video message that we did here at home, they had. And it's a lovely thing. So you can do the same thing. Invite 50 people to your wedding. put a QR code inside, or just email them a QR code and say, look, I've sent you a card. When it comes, this QR code, scan it, hold it over the front of the card. We've got a message for you. And it could just be, we're getting married. We're looking forward to seeing you. We'd really like you to come. Please have a look at the card and respond. Much, just pretty cool. You could even have thank you very much for, your wedding gifts. We really are delighted, to for you came to our wedding, and thanks so much for the gift you gave us, and have that as a QR code, in a response. There are so many places you can use it. I mean, I you know, I've been in this industry for 30 odd years, so I know this industry well. So for me, this is where I wanted to put it, and this is how I wanted to use it. But we're now going, as I said before, we're going on to hoodies that have got a tag. This is an image. That image is linked to a video. We'll link the video to it, and then the children who have leaders hoodies will have a video that's associated with their particular class. So you can do it anywhere, and it's your imagination. It's only limited to the things that you can think of. So let's have a look. Have you seen anyone in those weddings for guests and messages? Yes, we've just said about as you believe such day, video beats, photos, be able to hear someone's voice. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can think of things more than I can. I'm sure all of you where you can use this anywhere where you have a little video clip or a video reel or I don't know. When you think about sports, you've got the whole team has just won an amazing cup, and there's a video of them all like celebrating because they've won the cup. You can link that to the photo of the team, and then every time they hold their phone over the photo, it shows them winning the cup. I mean, or a special moment where they're in the end zone and they catch a ball from 400 yards and in out of midair, and it's a special moment. You can link that to a photograph. You can link it to anything. If you've got a video and you've got an image, you can link the two things together on any product, any print, or any material, ultimately. So, as many of such video beats for such day video beats to be able to hear someone's voice. Yeah. For everyone on here, I have actually used it for Christmas mini shoots in my studio. Their child singing a short "We wish you a Merry Christmas." Well, how beautiful, Claudia! That's a lovely thing. So you've used it for Christmas minis. Get the children to sing a little song at the end. That is a lovely idea, and I'm sure that has worked for you. So then the prints they bought, hopefully you've inflated the price. You've said that, or that video message will be linked to whatever, or you maybe just did it. I don't know, but that's a great thing because you can guarantee that gets you noticed, and that's something that you can shout about. Can you create your own image for the hoodies? You can. These particular hoodies. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this particular product is something that is going to be rolled out by the guys that I know at Moving Memories, and the great thing about this for me is I won't be holding any stock. They will have a web service eventually, similar to what they have for Moving Memories, where you send your clients the web service, they can order it through there, and hopefully, whatever they have put on the arm here will be something linked to the footage that you take, ideally. So we can speak about that separately, Alistair, but ultimately, um, it's like I say, my daughter's got a Taylor Swift hoodie, and yesterday for the first time since I found it again, she was wearing it, and I said, "Have you not scanned the back of it yet? Have you not?" And I sent her the QR code, and we literally the video clip she gave me of when she went to see Taylor Swift is playing every time you hold it over the back of a hoodie. So again, the limits for your imagination. Wherever you're trying to sell photographs, wherever you're trying to sell video clips, or you're trying to enhance the prints that you've already got or make it very special, this would work so well. I need to shoot off, Ian, but all your videos, brilliant. Okay, that's fine, Suzanne. Great to have you here. So now, the paying customer experience. So we had an opportunity. Um, we also have. Oh, sorry. This is what some of my customers were saying within the first few times that we did this. So we had the opportunity to purchase Move Memories, which was fantastic. Such a lovely idea for my son's photos at primary school. I was lucky enough to purchase a class photo, added benefit of moving memories to go alongside a lovely added feature. Honestly, these are the comments that you get. You have people. I mean, I haven't got it on here, but I had one lady said to me, I was in tears, literally, not in a bad way. So you know you literally you are, and I know when I go and stand in a school office and show a secretary Caleb talking to them when I hold my phone over the image. They trust you. It's a wow factor. They think, how does it work? And when they say to me, how does it work, I say, I don't know how it works, but isn't it amazing, and I can deliver it for you. So I said I had a hard time getting online in time. It made me update. What is the web address, please? And the company hosting these moving memories. Yeah. So the web address for the web service, I'll just type it into the .io. I'll type that into the chat. So that is the web link for Moving Memories. Yeah. Oh, there's a dot missing there. A W missing, not a dot. Let me edit that. So yeah. So that's the web service. Movingmemories.io. So if you if you want to use the same web service, it's basically, I mean, I'm going to go on to talk about what they charge here in a minute. The reason I'm a big fan of Moving Memories is because I would never ever have offered augmented reality in my schools unless there was a web service that I found easy. Now, what Moving Memories guys have done for me is they have created a simple web service. So I'm only telling you this because if they hadn't done that, I wouldn't be doing it. They have got a simple web service. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. You literally subscribe, you're then a member. You can then use upload image, upload video, give me a QR code. They also sell other products as well, but whatever suits you, whatever floats your boat, you can have a look at the web service and do that. So again, here's a anybody that wishes to do this while we're talking, you can again scan these individual QR codes, and that's an individual QR code for each of those children. They're all samples and all youngsters that have given me permission, and parents that give me permission to do so. So again, however you choose to use it. I mean, imagine those children were in dance or sports, and then you ask them to do some movement or catch a ball or throw a ball or whatever, I mean, it's all about you as a parent having a picture you're proud of and some memory, moving memory of them at that time. I think, to be able to bring them children to life through these images is really cool. So and again, yeah, there we go. So Moving Memories, going back to exactly what I said, Moving Memories is basically an online web service to link photos and videos. It's as simple as that. It's nothing more complicated. You can offer mixed reality, augmented reality to your clients just by uploading an image, uploading a video, and giving them a QR code. So I'm saying the same things again here because literally this is what it says. Any image, any video, order a QR code or any products that come to life. Your end customer scans a QR code. It's a free app in the Play Store and the App Store. You can find it independently. You don't need to scan anything to find it. It's there. Augmented reality is really a service you can provide for your paying customers. So you can do it. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. I've had some Mexican guys that I've started doing it in some parts of what they do out in Mexico, of course. There are countries all over the world that are interested in and starting to use this service to offer to their paying customers because again it really is innovative and modern, and that's what the next generation are looking at. That's what they're interested in. Print is keeping print alive, and you're still able to sell photographs by doing it. So this is what the web page. Yeah, again, those of you that I just typed it into the chat box. This is the web page there. I don't know if you can click on it over there to get the website to come up, but that is the website, www.movingmemories.io. It's an international website. You can any from any place you can use it, and again, because you're dealing with a QR code that's emailed to you, you're not it's not crossing borders, it's not going overseas. You're just getting a QR code into you that you then send on to your client. So the membership part of it. So in order to use Moving Memories, you do need to be a member. And as I say, I'm a big fan of them because these guys have created this web service literally on my behalf. Now, prices, I was worried prices might be going up this year, but they're holding the prices, which is absolutely fine. Trial membership, you can just go online and upload one image and one video and use the trial membership for £20, get a QR code back. You can do that. So if you just want to test it out, you can do that. If you want to become a standard member, it's £99 a year. So that's not very much money. It's absolutely, cheap as, if you like. And then I'll go on to explain. Once you're a member, you do have to pay for the QR codes. Okay. The trial membership, I think you just get one QR code for that trial membership. The pro membership, now that is where there's a bit more of a support network. You use it in volume. I mean, I use it a lot. People out there that do a lot of this sort of stuff. We have a pro membership because the QR codes are cheaper, a lot cheaper than they are for the standard membership. and you get a lot more benefits, including things like the hoodies that are coming up, where we're going to be having some benefits to the pro members that other members don't get. Okay, so hang on, let me just check on the chat a minute. There's a couple of questions, new messages. Are these stored on my phone, then stored with the app or on the photos videos? So yeah, when you scan the QR code as a paying customer, the the video is stored or cached within your device. If you lose your device or you no longer, you change phones, you need the QR code again to scan for it to then be on your device. So that's how it is really. Okay, hope that answers your question. So to use the service, you need to be a trial basic or pro member. So yeah, that's basically it. If you want to use moving memories, you need to be one of these. The current prices, this is what I said. I was a bit initially at the beginning of the year thinking I don't know if the price is going to stay the same, but I've spoken to the team and they've said that they are going to be held for certainly for the foreseeable. So it's a good time to get involved. Trial membership, one QR code, £20. Basic membership, £99, £4 plus VAT. Pro subscription, 365 for a whole year. That's pound a day. £2 plus VAT for QR codes. That includes support. As I say, you get more direct support if you're a pro member, assistance, you get more ear time from John and from Stephen and from how to use it and from coaching point of view. And you'll get access to some of the new products as they come out if you're a pro. So somebody asked me this question earlier. Here's a video that is on my YouTube to show how to order a QR code, which I'll play in a second. Just going to the answers. Stored where? With the app or in regular video? It's stored in the app. Yeah, so when you scan the QR code, it opens an app. The app then holds in if you look in the app, there's a section on the left-hand side. I'm just trying to look at it myself. It's called Gallery. It gets put into the gallery inside the app. So ultimately, you have got it stored on your device. It recognizes the photo every time you see it and plays that video. Okay. Yeah, so let's play this video of this is me showing you how to order a QR code. So this is me on my laptop, which I'm looking at right now. I go to the order a QR code section I'm a member, so I just click on that. And then again, I'm not sure about sound because people don't seem to have the sound. You click on where your image is. And all I'm doing is finding the image file that I want to use. So I want to use that one. That gets into the system. You add that, and then you go to the upload video section. You click on your device to find your video that you want. You click on that. That loads the video. You click add, and then you order it. You literally order it then. And then you will get a QR code that has those two things, the video and the image, linked together. That's how it works. So it's pretty neat, pretty simple. And again, I helped the team develop this web service because I wanted it to be simple. When I get an order, I want to be able to go to this web link and say, right, this is the image, this is the video, give me the QR code, and it comes back to you within 24 hours as well, almost always, sometimes quicker than that. And I just then have templated emails that I attach that email to send on to the client. Okay, so again, here's some pictures of us doing moving memories. So this is one of my lovely photographers. This is Mez. He's photographing this child. We try to do it outside in the summer because then it's different to the autumn photos. And then so they're photographed and then they're videoed straight afterwards. So we flip to video and then they say their 10 seconds of what they've practiced. Let's have a look. How long does it take for the QR code to be sent over once you place the order? Okay, well, sometimes the first order goes into junk, so check your junk when you place your first order, but within 24 hours, 48 hours maximum before you get that QR code. In our industry, that's brilliant, really, because we rarely deliver images immediately. A lot of the time, there's a batch, and I do batches when I do moving memories. I have, like a week window or whatever. When they place the order, I'm already sent off the QR codes for the orders that come in. And then as soon as we release the order, I've got plenty of time because it still haven't been delivered or packaged up yet to be able to send the clients emails to say, this is the QR code. When your photo arrives, scan the QR code and your photos will come to life. Okay. So let's have a look. So again, these Caleb, and again, it's you're there anyway. You're taking a group photograph right now. In all of these situations, we are photographing that group of people. All we're saying at the end is you will have practiced this with your teacher, or you've seen the video of what we do now for the leavers or for the reception. So when I count to three, we're going to, video you singing a song. One, two, three, go. Or we're going to get you to come past the camera, waving at the camera, and then we're going to ask the teacher to say something nice about you at the end if you're leavers. You go one, two, three, off you go. You get them to come towards the camera, doing their thing, teacher at the end. Okay, so you're there anyway. There's the teacher being asked a few questions at the end of that particular one. So again, here's another one of the QR codes. Again, imagine you're a parent, you've just got your print on the right hand side, scan it and hold it over. I'm trying to think, is it Daisy? Is it? I don't know if she's called Daisy. Um, yeah. So again, it's a very simple. I've thankfully a very simple thing. Nancy, sorry, not Daisy, Nancy. I've just held my phone over it to check it out. That's Nancy. So Nancy again, hello future me, she says. So what a beautiful thing for the future, ultimately. If a customer orders a photo with a video, do we then manually do we then manually order the QR code, for example, doing each time for individual photos, not for group? Yes. Uh, Olivia, so, okay, this is how the best way to explain it. When you do a group photograph, you need one QR code for anybody that orders that photo. So if there are 30 people in the picture, it's the same QR code going to every parent. So you can email it to the school and get them to share it with the parents if you want, because the QR code is irrelevant until they have a print. So for a group, one QR code it has to be ordered. So you are one order process. Okay, upload one image, upload one video, one QR code. If you're doing individuals like this, now this idea, I like this idea. I like doing moving memories. But yes, each time you get an order, this is why it's up to you how you run your business. But you might want to put a threshold of, say, you spend £30 and we'll send you a QR code for moving memories. Because you don't necessarily want an order for £8.75 and have to go off and order a QR code. I mean, if you're a pro member, QR codes are £2 plus VAT. So straight away, whatever you're selling your photos for, £2 plus VAT is a cost to you for the QR code. So you do have to bear that in mind. For me, I'm fine with it because I know I would not normally be taking individual photographs of children again in the summer. Normally we do them in the autumn, we don't do them again. But now we're doing them again just before they leave. It's the time when parents are very excited about their child leaving, and they've done a special video as well. So you market that concept and say, we've got a really special video they've talked about, the fact they're leaving school and their memories. And we've literally got a moving memory. If you spend whatever you decide to put your threshold on, spend over £20, spend over £30, whatever you want to try and aim for, or just buy a print, I don't really mind. We will process a QR code, we'll send it to you, and you can watch your child come to life. So many times we get orders and then we get more orders for more prints, and there's something about that, sharing it with granny, or sharing it with extended family. I mean, you can have a print sent to Scotland, and just email them the QR code, as a mother or father, if you want to, or if you've got someone overseas, you could do the same thing. You can email them the QR code for them to be able to print. So to be able to bring the image to life. So there's all of that. So that's Nancy coming to life there. And again, here's some of the ideas that it was nice to hear Claudia saying there that she used it for the mini sessions at Christmas. I think that's, again, you find a little niche for it, it's perfect. If you can get somebody to give you a short piece of footage, 10 to 15 seconds of them that you've taken, you can link it to that picture and make that picture more valuable. So in-store in-store photography like Santa photos. There's been a guy in Northern Ireland that did this, going back a year or two, and he made a lot of money from videoing Santa while the child was, going in to see Santa, and linking that to the pictures, adding value to what he already did. So instead of, making it £15, he was making it 25. He was adding £10 to it, whatever. So you can use it however you want. There's so many options here. There's a lady who does equestrian photography that uses this. Again, there's there is a place for this in sports, in dance. You can put it into yearbooks. So you can have one QR code that will play all of the images that are in a yearbook. You can do that. These things are possible. Pet portraits, studio photography, babies' photos, cake smashes, those kind of things. Anything, any video, video from, yeah, the original scan. I mean, when you go in to see your having a baby scan when you're due, you know, that's a moving image. You can use that moving image for when the baby's first portrait comes along. I don't know. What you want to do with it is entirely up to you. The options are endless, really. So obviously banners, that's happening anyway in America right now. We've got a lot of people um, who are doing yeah, sports banners where people, they've got their names on a lot of them. It's got the child's name. It's got them looking really cool in American football outfits or baseball or whatever, and then a bit of movement linked to that. I mean, kids it's the wow factor there, right there. If you run a studio and you want to upsell your wall art, wedding, like I said before, wedding save the day cards, thank you cards, all of that sort of stuff. Anywhere you have a product, print, wall art, image, hoodie, something you have to sell, you can combine a video clip with that, and your customers, you can create a link to your images. Retrospective sales. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, I've only been in this industry for the last 3 or 4 years, but if you have footage, you have video, you have images that you haven't sold, I mean, you can revisit some of that if you've got a way of those images that are there already, of linking video to it, and you've got some of this footage. You may have it, I don't know. You can literally do this retrospectively. Memories fade, but moving memories last forever. There you go. That's one of my taglines that I would always say. So, anybody got any more questions as we move on? Again, this was the announcement that I made last month about hoodies, moving memories. We are going to do these time tag hoodies. Now, the time tag hoodies, basically, this is a time tag. It's an image, if you like. It's a time tag, and these will be on all of the hoodies that Moving Memories sell. If you're a subscriber, as an end-to-end, there will be an end-to-end solution to offer and upsell hoodies to your clients, or t-shirts, or if you're in a hot country or whatever, uh, a product that is wearable. That comes to life, so wearable tech, if you like. So that's one of the things that they are looking to do, is having a web service for that. I, for one, will be using that as well to offer it, certainly for Leavers hoodies, because it's a thing over here. It is a thing, 100%. So whatever size your business is, whether it's large, small, the new technologies can be used so that you're not ignored. I mean, you certainly go up in people's estimations when you show them augmented reality and the fact that your business can do it. Do you need to stand out in the crowd, or do you want to just do the same thing? If you want to do the same thing, of course, you can just do the same, but it's just a little bit tougher out there. Get noticed, allow your clients to trust you and believe that you can deliver. I mean, once you've done this a few times and you've shown people, it's they do think, wow, these guys are good. Is there a timeline the company will host the images, movies, or arrive? Sorry, I can't move that a minute. Or arrival plan at all? The timeline the company will host the images. Well, again, 60 years is I've been told from the outset that they will host the footage and image for us. That's what I've been told. What you've got to bear in mind as well, I suppose, is of course, we're all human and businesses come and go, but as long as that business is around, they will be there for 60 years. And as long as you scan the QR code and you have it on your device, it will be there. This is the thing, that once you've got that QR code, you've scanned it, you've linked a video to that photograph, and in theory, you should, okay, if you change devices or lose the phone, you have to get the QR code again. I mean, I've been doing this for 3.5 years, and I haven't had anybody come back to me yet and say, "Can you send me the QR code again?" Or I've lost it or whatever. If they do, I can find it. I can find a way of helping them out. But yeah, so longevity of it will only be as good as the business is, really. But I'm pretty sure this is here to stay, to be honest with you. So another place, I've got a Facebook group. I've got MoPhoto, which is the main group that I use for the UK here, but I've also set up just recently a Moving Memories support and users group. So for people that do use it, and want to share ways in which they use it, there are some. I mean, that lovely thing about mini sessions and getting a child to sing a Christmas song from Claudia, that sounds incredible. And those are the kind of little nuggets that you may be able to find something similar for yourself. I was talking to someone in Ireland the other day about Holy Communions. They're really celebratory things, and getting the child to say the Holy Communion or to say some parts of the ceremony to the video and then link it to the photograph, what an incredibly good idea. We don't have Holy Communion stuff down here, but if in your area, if you do have that, or you have any kind of either religious um, or or any kind of ceremony where your child can speak or can sing or can provide you with some video content that you can link back to a photograph, it's going to make your products much more saleable. Ultimately, that's what's going to happen. That's what you're going to do. I've had parents come back 10 plus years, so I was wondering how this is being handled 60 years in the future. Yeah. I mean, I've only been in business with my current business for the last 3.5 years. So, I haven't got people coming back to me. But if they do, I mean, you can find these things out. You can also just get the same image and same video and just re-upload it. I mean, it just depends on your own storage and how you use it, I suppose, really. But as long as these companies exist, so will the ability to be able to do this. So there we are. So that's it for moving memories. Me just trying to run through everything that I do. Um, Again, if you've got any questions, please feel free after this to message me. I will send out, as I did with the last session, lots and lots of bits of info, things you can use. You can use my samples if you like. It's, to be honest with you, I think using my samples is a waste of time. Get yourself a video, get yourself an image, and basically go and see some clients and say, look, we can do this. Would you like it? And you'll be surprised how um, competitive you'll become compared to the way you are if you normally walk in and just talk about price, you talk about commission. Go in and talk about something amazing that they can have that's memorable, and you'll be in a much better place. You'll certainly be trusted, or you know, you'll certainly people will feel that you are when people say to me, how does it work? I've no idea how it works. It doesn't really matter how it works. It does work, but it creates something pretty amazing, to be honest with you. So I can only think 60 years. It depends on companies' ability to evolve. I think more AI-driven advanced offerings will appear soon. Of course, yeah. I mean, there's always going to be things happening with the. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's one of those things that when it started, I am not sure how committed I was to doing it, but I wanted to take a risk and I wanted to get to stand out. And I've gone from one school to 66 schools in 3.5 years. I'm not sure I could have done that on my own with just my amazing personality. Having something slightly different, slightly unique has certainly got the attention of people. But not only has it got the attention of people, the parents absolutely love it and the schools love it. So I've hit on something that is successful and works in the niche that I've got it in. You might be able to, if you're working in dance, you might be able to find a niche that works there. If you're working in sports, you will find a niche that works there. I don't work in those two genres really. Nurseries, we've done mini graduations. They're really good fun. Just get the kids. They don't talk a lot. Some of them do. I mean, if you're in America, they probably talk a hell of a lot more. But if you find some way of adding this to a day or a time of year where you're quieter, you can start to create revenue, create tradition, do some amazing things and make use of it. I'm pretty sure, whether that's in a studio that you have, whether that's weddings, whether that's an event day that you do, or whatever, you could use it. You can use it. It's just a web service. That's all it is. I'm not clever. I don't know how it works. I just use it in a niche where I know it gets attention and gets orders basically. So there we go. So there's that. Let's just see again if there is any more questions before I move on. Oops, I've just got a message from somebody there. Oops, let me just clear that message out. Oops. So what does it say? I have a handful of small schools that do not push any specific timeline. I'm expected to give a try at those. Yeah, why not? I also have First Community account, which can bring a tighter timeline. I can bring second photographer to grab a quick. Perfect. I mean, these literally, all I want you to do, people out there, is to try to make use of it because you can. You can find little niches, little windows, little opportunities that can grow if you're looking to grow your business. These little things are going to help you. They're going to help you get to where you want to get to quicker because one school, 66 schools, it's a very comfortable situation to be in, to be honest with you, 66 schools. And I never thought I'd get to 66 schools in 3 years. I really didn't. I thought I'd be hard graft for, there are many people I know out there that got 40 schools. It's taken them 15 years to get that. So, again, I'd like to say it's down to me. okay, I'm good at enthusiasm and exciting people, but this product sells itself. You show it to people, and immediately they believe in it and they understand it if they've seen it, and then you're onto something. You really, really are. And again, like I said, thank you so much for everybody. I'm going to make sure I email out as much information as I can. I've got samples that I'll send you as well, but I would encourage you to get your own sample. Just get a sample and start thinking about how you can use it. It's not just got to be used in the same way that I use it, although it does work the way I use it, and you can do the same thing. Try and think of areas that that it will work for you really. And again, thank you for all those people that are commenting and ask questions. It really is appreciated, and I'm just delighted to be able to share a service that's out there. This is out there. It isn't my business. They have helped me a lot, but I've helped them in create a simple workflow for people like you and me, to be able to use that service and give it to the client, give it to the customer. So good luck out there, everybody. Good luck, and email me if you've got any questions, but I'll try and follow up with some info. And if this is successfully recorded, which I really hope, I might cut some parts of it up and put it into the moving memory support group, so people can refer to it. But once again, thank you so much, everybody, and have a great, is it Friday? Yeah, have a great Friday, and enjoy the rest of the evening if you're in the UK, and if you're elsewhere, whatever time it is, have a nice day. Okay, bye, everyone.